The skills practice for section 3.5. Refer to the figures at the right. That's the directions. We're going to look at number 3. Name 3 pairs of adjacent supplementary angles. So you want angles that are next to each other. That's what adjacent means. And supplementary means they add the 180. Here's one example right here of 2 angles that are next to each other and they add the 180, the 85 and the 95. Just make sure you're naming them correctly. This would be angle JOH. And I'm putting an and symbol there because I need another angle to make a pair with it. Angle HOF. Now they wanted 3 pairs. I just listed 1 pair. So I got to find 2 more pairs. 2 angles that are next to each other to add the 180. So you can check these 2 angles, but they don't add the 180. Same thing with these 2 and these 2 and these 2. So what in the world are you going to do? Well, you know this angle JOF is a straight angle. So if that's a straight angle, let me draw it for you. There's angle JOF. Watch how easy this is. I'm going to pick one ray to draw from that point O. I'm going to pick this ray OD. Do you see 2 angles now that are next to each other that make a straight angle, 180 degrees? That's another answer. It's tough to see when there's all this other stuff on here, but if you draw it separately, it's way easier. So we'll call this angle DOF. And angle DOJ. That's 2 pairs. So let's do the same thing again. I'm going to draw that same angle, angle JOF. I'm going to draw a ray off of that. So I'm going to draw this ray, ray OB. There's my 2 angles. They're adjacent and they're supplementary. Just name them. Angle JOB and angle BOF. Number 4, find the measure of an angle that is complementary to angle JOH. If you look at angle JOH, it's an 85-degree angle. Now you want something to be complementary to it. That means you need a 5-degree angle. Well, if you look in your picture, there's no 5-degree angle. They're asking you for the measure, not to name the angle. So be careful. The measure is just 90 minus 85. 5 degrees, that's your answer. Okay, so we're using this diagram for numbers 1 through 6. We're going to jump down to number 7. Name a pair of complementary angles from this diagram. And this is there's a lot going on here. You just want 1 pair of complementary angles, 2 angles that add to 90. So I can clearly see there's a 90-degree angle here, so these 2 definitely add to 90, 35 and 55. Just be careful when you name them. I'll call this angle WMR. And angle RMS. Number 10, find the measure of an angle that is supplementary to angle WMT. Again, they're asking you for the measure. That means give a number. Don't name the angle, give a number. Supplementary to angle WMT. Here's W, here's M, here's T. Now if you want an angle that's supplementary to that, you could add up all these numbers. I know these 3 add up to 120. How did I know that fast? Well, I know this is a straight angle. And if this angle's 60, then these 3 little ones together better be 120, because 60 and 120 give you that 180. So its measure would be 60. We'll skip down to number 16. There's no picture for this one. Angles DEF and XYZ form a linear pair. That means these two angles add to 180. If the measure of angle DEF is 170, what's the measure of angle XYZ? It's going to have to be 10. Linear pair is 180. So 170 plus 10 gives you that 180. You had the 180 to start with, and you had the 170 to start with. Just subtract them. So what's the measure of angle XYZ? 10.